All right, thanks much. We'll talk before the ball game on Wednesday. Illinois coming in here on Wednesday. Jake, you're.
We'll begin with questions, Coach Hoiberg. I'll begin with Sam McEwen.
Hey, Fred, I think a lot of fans would say, well, it gets down to the 4 minutes and it's all tied up and it comes down to the 4 minutes. But the way that you talk about a game, it feels like you may be more frustrated with the first 10 than the last 4.
Yeah, that's where we lost the game. When you get down 18 points like we did, you expend so much energy climbing out of that hole, and ultimately that's what did us in. We got actually some pretty good things accomplished offensively in the last 4 minutes. We missed 2 layups right at the rim. We missed 4 free throws, so we did a good job getting to the line. And Lat got a really good look on a play that we just put in yesterday. A really good look at a 3, and we'll take that every day of the week, especially the way Lat was shooting the ball tonight. So I thought execution-wise, we were better than we had been. We just got to convert, and that will come as hopefully we gain confidence to know we can win. And the execution down the stretch will lead to those baskets. But again, it was those first 6, 7, 8 minutes of the game, and then the rebounds. We got a really good stop. Ladd had a great contest in the corner. Unfortunately, the ball bounced right back. I think it was Hunter, and he laid it in, having a 2-point game, and then it went to 4. And I thought Teddy, they called the offensive foul, but looking back at it, we'll see what it was first, the hit in the arm or the, him sweeping the leg. So, again, just got to find a way to convert and execute down the stretch, get the win, and gain confidence to know that we can do it.
Robin Washut.
I know yesterday you said you saw a little bit of rust from the guys after this kind of weird week where you lose a game, have 2 days off completely, and then have to come back and make up some time with 2 hard practices. Was that part of the issue to start the game, or was it more just Indiana shooting the ball really well?
Yeah, it might have been Robin. The thing about Derek coming back for the first time, he was gassed a couple times up the floor, and that's his first action in 2 years. But I thought Derek was phenomenal. I thought he did a really good job around the basket. He had good hard rim rolls. We lose both those challenges, which was an issue and tough, and sounded like the one was a clock issue, and if they would have known that, it might have been reversed. So there was some things that I thought we did really well after that initial kind of coming out. I don't know if it was so much flat, but we were trying to take away Davis and some of their shooters that had not been shooting the ball well. Unfortunately knocked down shots in that first half. Second half, they go 2 for 11 from the 3-point line. But the second half, it was offensive rebounds and too many free throws for them. So, big stretches, Robin. I thought we were as good as we've been all year. And those are certainly things that we can build on. Got a hell of a stretch coming up here with Illinois coming in and going back on the road for the first time in a while to play at Maryland. But, I like where our team is right now because of how they're competing. Through the highs, the lows, the adversity. We're competing through adversity so much better than we were early in the year.
Jacob Padilla.
A lot of the categories ended up balancing out by the end of the game, but kind of one that stands out is the 16-3 and second chance points. What was the source of your rebounding issues tonight, and how can you get that cleaned up moving forward with the guys that you have now?
Part of it is, with Ivan out of the lineup for an extended period now, we're going to have to find a way with smaller lineups to be able to compete on the glass. Shamil, I thought, gave us great minutes tonight, and a lot of those minutes were at the 5. And, when we're small like that, we have to do a unbelievable job every time of hitting first and making physical cutouts, rebounding the ball. When we rebounded tonight, we were great in transition and did a phenomenal job with that. Early in the game, we were great on the glass. They kind of ended the first half. I think their last 3 baskets were offensive rebounds, and then that carried over into the second. But, we're going to have to play some makeshift lineups right now with Ivan out. But, and as Derek works his way back into shape. But, I thought Shamil really battled Trace Jackson-Davis. I thought he was out there fronting him. We did a good job with our backside on the weak side help. But we got to find a way to clean up the glass.
Nicole Weavering.
Coach, I know that Indiana, went cold in the second half from 3, but early on in that first half, felt like they were nailing everything. What could your team have done differently on defending around the perimeter?
Yeah, they were, and got to give him credit that, especially Finney, he got him off to a great start from the 3-point line. A couple guys, Race Thompson hit a big one for him. He'd made 2 all year. He was 2 for 7 on the season. A couple of their guys that were shooting into 20%. They looked like they were raising up like they were Ray Allen out there. So, we just got to continue to go out, and I thought we had better attention to the guys that had hit shots in the first half, and our contests were better. Unfortunately, we just couldn't get enough of those rebounds. But again, I couldn't be more proud of the guys for the way they fought back and got into it, and the adversity we're playing through right now. Again, we just need to eliminate some of the dry spells and the stretches we're going through, and the wins will come.
We'll take 2 more questions. I'll go Parker Gabriel.
Fred, you mentioned it a little bit, I think, on the radio, but can you just give some insight into how well Trey played, especially in the second half, and sort of the way in which he seemed to initiate a lot of your offense?
Yeah, Trey was phenomenal. The biggest thing, I think the difference, Trey's second half, he was so much under control. And, first half, I thought he went in there and, tried to throw something up between a couple players. And we showed a couple clips at halftime of how they were collapsing on the ball. And I thought he made every right decision in the second half and really got us into it in so many different ways. Defensively, his energy, making the right play, whether it was a finish at the basket, getting to the free throw line, or the kickouts. I think 6 assists and only 1 turnover for Trey. So that was phenomenal. His last 2 games, his attack mode, that's exactly what we need out of Trey, to continue to get him to attack in transition. And, again, when we rebound, we are pretty darn good, getting it out in the break, and Trey was a big part of that tonight.
Last question, Sam McEwen.
Follow up on Trey. His second half lines have been really, really good in Big Ten play. How do you maybe corral that a little bit and channel it in the first half so that you guys aren't susceptible to some early game runs, and he doesn't struggle?
Yeah, Sam. We tried to clear out the side of the floor for him a couple times in the first half, which they guarded well. Second half he did a really good job getting to the basket, and again, I thought his finishes under control, his body control at the basket was exactly how it was pretty much the whole game against Michigan State. So, that it has been, his second halves have been incredible. So we just got to find a way to get him going early. But tonight, it was good to see Lat get it going for us early. Teddy, as he always does, is a guy that can score the ball in bunches. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how Trey is playing right now. And again, if we can get, continue to get him to do that, we'll again, the wins will come.
They'll end their press conference with Coach Hoiberg. We'll play Derek Walker here shortly. Got Mike.